So we're up here in the woods looking around. Jeremiah says he sees some bottles. There's kind of like a dump area here. Yeah, that's a big dump. You always find those things, don't you?
Yeah.
This is an old dump, I guess. A lot of screw tops in here. Let's just look around a minute. There's the spoon. I think those are the spoons the owner was talking about. Oh, it is too. Is it?
OHSO. That's a hospital spoon.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know how old, but that is one of the ones from the hospital.
Oh, neat. I tell you what, why don't you tell everybody what we're doing here and why these spoons are here.
So this location here, back in the old days, a farmer lived here and he had a bunch of pigs. And he'd buy all the leftover food from one of the hospitals in town, bag it up, come here, boil it up, feed it to the pigs. But when people were serving the food and putting everything into the bins, a lot of utensils would get stuck in with the food and to come back here. Then he'd go to cook them for the pigs and find out that there's spoons in them.
And that's one, you think?
Yes.
That's the initials for the hospital, right?
Yes. Orillia Hospital, something.
That's pretty cool. That hospital, you said, was around for a long time.
Yes. 1800s, but it closed as recently. The gentleman that owned the property originally used to buy all the food from the hospital. Everything would get left over from the patients, thrown into a big bin. He'd come home, feed it to the pigs. And a lot of times, forks, spoons, and knives would get mixed in with the food, and pigs would end up getting them, chewing them, bringing them out into the field.
Let's poke around a little bit, see what we can find. We'll get the shovel and kind of dig a little bit. So Jeremiah is going back to get Jeremiah going back to get a shovel. I'll show you what this guy was doing here. He has this big piece of concrete here and some type of cutout tub in there. It's probably an old fuel tank or something, and this is where he would put all the scraps and boil it. You just picture the guy out here. He must have stunk to high heaven, because this is like scraps for everything. Fire under there to heat the food up so he could feed it to the pigs. Now the reason they did that probably was not so much, you know, to give the pigs a warm, hearty meal, but it was to kill any, you know, bad things that might be in the food. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't know why you would have to heat it up, to tell you the truth. I know you can't feed. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because it might have had pork in it, and you're not supposed to like feed animals like pork and beef and stuff to other animals. You're not supposed to do that because of you know, disease and stuff. So maybe the government made him cook it before he did that. That's probably what it is. Finding some plates and stuff and battery cores. Woohoo! We're going to look around for other stuff that's marked. Try to find a few pieces. I'll just dig right here. Not too much over here. Dirt and rocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move around a little bit and see if I can find a better spot than this. So you got a spoon?
Another spoon.
Wow, that's a beauty.
From the hospital as well.
Oh yes, Mark, look at that. A lot of spoons. Isn't that weird? They probably won't let them have
stainless
spoons.
Canada.
Oh,
these
really?
ones are more modern.
Yeah. I suppose they don't let them eat with spoons, eh? No knives?
I don't know, but the staff would have had knives to cut the food for the pit.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Cool. Let's see if we can find a silver one. That's what I want. You got a fuse?
Is that a fuse?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Looks like it screws into something, though.
Yeah, there's some pieces missing on the inside. I took a cup here and I accidentally broke it. And so I started to be more careful. And I dug another one in there. You can see it. And then I just looked at my dirt I dug out, and here's another one. You know, they're not plastic, but I don't know what they are. Like a, oh, what is that material? It's all cracked, so.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if they have names on them or not, but let's look at this one here.
Safety plastic from the hospital.
Yeah. Why would they throw all this stuff out? See, this was for like the insane or something, this hospital? Does that have... I got old eyes.
Vanguard?
That's better.
1961.
Oh, cool. Does that have a date on this one?
Yep, 1961.
Wow, that's older than me. Is it older than you?
Oh yeah. Nice find.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll set them against a tree. We'll split them up when we're done. Okay. So I've got some more things coming out of the ground here. I'm not sure what that is. Doesn't look too interesting, but looky here. You know what this is? Sure you do. This is a giant piece of cast iron, and it would have had a rope that went through here, and they used it for a window weight. I find a lot of these in the rivers. People use them for anchors and trap weights and stuff like that. But that's a weight for a giant window. It acts as a counterweight to the heaviness of the window. What you got?
I don't know.
Don't know either.
It wouldn't be like a stirrup for a horse, would it?
No.
No? Okay. I had my hopes up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but I don't recognize it. We'll start making a little pile over here too. Weird things. Got a jar of mayonnaise. Not sure what that is. That looks like a bottle. Let's go ahead and dig this up over here. Hey, there it goes. That's not very old at all. Look at that. And coins in there. Not sure what kind of container that is. That's not braille, is it? Probably not. Alright, we're going to go ahead and keep digging in here. I'll set the camera up so you can watch. Alright, let's dig in here. We're just going to dig carefully. We don't want to break any more cans if we can. That's a rock of some sort. Those cups. I think those cups are safety glass. They're really actually quite fragile. Oh, there's an old piece of a plate. That's not a safety plate. That's actually quite sharp. Giant piece of coal, I think. Look at that. There we go. Is it? Thought that was coal, but yeah, it's actually burned coal. And a bottle, not too old. We'll set that to the side. I want to get a silver spoon. That's my goal. Silver spoon. See me? Not yet. There's another fuse. No, that's just a cap or something. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off for a little bit because this is probably really boring to you guys. A nice bottle? Oh, yeah, that's pretty neat. It's kind of weird, isn't it? And where's that little oil can? I just stepped on it.
Grab it.
I just dug this oil can. I still got oil in it. I don't think that's very old. A little spot up here where I'm digging. I got a couple of things I wanted to show you. Nothing really old, but you know, we might find that silver spoon. Clorox bottle. This is a shovel. I think that's a like a coal shovel, or you know, if we're cleaning out a big stove or something, or furnace. Not 100% on that, but I'm just kind of digging into the bank here a little bit. There's some bone in here, some like big rib bones and stuff. It's probably part of the, you know, the food processing stuff. And if you look, this is just a lot of iron. I don't know what it is. It's almost like a screen or something. Just tons of it, just completely loaded with iron. And we're going to take a shovel, just dig around in here a little bit, see what else pops out. And we'll have to hit the road. There's even plastic in here, look at that. There's an old plastic bottle. Funny. So, you know, might be some really old stuff underneath all this. But this isn't too old. Just want to try to get another marked spoon or two. And we can call it quits after that. Okay, I see something. I think it's a fork though. First we'll look at this. I think it's a toothpaste tube. Wow, it's really heavy. What you got?
Can opener.
You got a can opener? That's pretty wild. Let's go ahead. Brill cream maybe. Yep, brill cream. Huh. It's kind of like, I think these have lead in them too, these old ones. I'll set that there. If you look over here, I believe this is a fork. Yeah, that's a fork. I don't know if these were marked or not. Let's take a quick peek at them. No, I don't see any markings on it. It feels heavier than the spoons, the material it's made out of. Yeah, we'll clean that up, see what we got later on. Yeah, I don't see any markings, but it feels a little bit heavy. We'll use it for digging. What do you say? It's an old bottle. Yeah, it's not very old. Probably not older than me, really. Some old junk in there. Let's get the shovel out. Give this a few more scoops together. Bottles. Yeah, nothing too neat yet. Something neat. Yeah, just a bunch of bottles, not too old. I'm going to turn the camera back off, do a little bit of digging. I have a feeling we're going to be having to hit the road soon, so give me about 15 minutes. J3B, Jeremiah, said, "Hey, Bo, I wonder if you could still use that. There's some in there." I'll do it if you do it.
Oh, if there's not enough for my
Let's
here I have.
check it out. I think we could get some out of there. There is some in here. If we split it, we could probably, if we cut it down the middle and folded it out, we could each take half and do our hair. You could do your beard,
Yeah,
mustache.
I was doing the beard.
I'm not sure what it's supposed to do. Make your hair shiny, I think, like a dog eating eggs, egg-sucking dog. Ever had an egg-sucking dog? They go around with a chicken nest and they like nibble on the very tops of the eggs and they just break the top and then they'll just suck the yolk and the whites out of the egg. So you have this nest of like almost whole eggs that the dogs sucked. Bad doggy. They were just telling me a story about finding a coffee pot or something.
Yeah.
And now you got a big old teapot. It's kind of cool.
And you know what?
Is it marked?
No.
That would be cool if it was marked.
I could probably still use that. Clean her up, go boil some tea on a campfire.
Like right now? Let's do it.
I don't have
Dirt
any
and
water.
all.
What are we going to boil in it?
I don't know.
Well, let's hope it rains.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit dark, so we're going to have to scoop. We didn't really get to dig around too much, but we found a couple marked items, which is really neat. Nice little piece of history here, and I'm sure you can come back and probably get some more. You know, who knows, there might be some local museum or something might like to have a piece.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So let me show you what we found. Got a couple of the spoons. Well, one spoon there, a spoon here. Got this fork. Cups are kind of cool. And I got the 861 on them. Got a couple of those and some bottles and some human bones. Which is kind of odd that they're not cut if they were cooking. Now, if they're like a ham bone or something, you'd think that they'd be cut, but they're not. So, pretty cool. What do you think? Do good?
Oh yeah.
We did good.
Yep.
Yep.
It's funny finding a pig bone here when they were cooking the food for the pigs.
It is. I kind of talked about that a little bit. You have to watch my video to learn why. Alright guys, this is probably my last dig in Canada, so I had a really good time up here. This is like day 10, so I'm going to be heading home soon because the wife is, might be changing the locks. Probably already did, actually. So y'all take it easy. We'll see you on the river.
Go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets.